Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to replace the oil and the filter on a Segway AT5L 2023. First of all, you have to place it on a flat surface. This is my flat surface. I check the level from the center of this wheel to the center of the wheel. That way that I can have a flat level, because none of this is level or parallel to the ground, like the tracks or the bumper or the seat. They're all inclined. So the only way that you can do it right is to place it on a flat surface, or do like me, do on a ramp and lift the back until these two are perfectly horizontal. About the oil, this is the oil, 10W40. This is the oil filter. And this is the differential fluid. Let's look at the intervals here for the maintenance. Okay, maintenance intervals. Let's say by kilometers. Fuel system at 320. Braking check, only check. And then engine oil change, whichever comes first. 25 hours, 1 month, and 1000 kilometers. Braking check, oil and filter change. So this is the time. For me it's 1000 kilometers. I'm gonna change the braking oil and filter. Now for the gear case oil, you have to check the level at 320 kilometers. The first braking front gear case oil and rear gear case oil, the first change according to this maintenance schedule is at 1600 kilometers, as you can see here, 12 months. Front gear case oil, change fluid. So at 320, or let's say even 1000, you can only check the level. If it's less, you have to add more, but you don't have to change it at 1000 kilometers according to this maintenance, storage and transportation manual from Segway. This is the service manual, right? Now the oil, the engine oil, is 10W40, and the capacity, you need 2.2 liters. They're gonna sell it 3 liters for sure. Front axle is this one, AW90. Coolant, brake fluid. I'm gonna show you in this manual how to do it. You have to remove a bolt, then you have to remove the inspection cover, then you have an oil drain which you have to release, and then you can take the filter out. You have a torque specification for the oil drain plug, 11.8 to 14.8 pound of torque, or 16 to 20 Newton meters. You can also clean this strainer, shows you here. And if you change the oil filter, this right here, and this has a torquing of 18 Newton meters or 13 pound-feet. And you can check the level. You can put the oil actually into the engine through this dipstick right here hole, and you can check the level. It has to be in between this and this. Very simple. And for the front and rear axle gears oil check, you have to check the level. This is the level. I'll go to that in a second. And pretty much this is what you need for this simple service. Also recommend, you know, if you go through all this inspection list, you have to inspect basically everything and lubricate everything, all the fittings, all the pivots, all the cables. So I did this in the previous video. I use spray grease and I sprayed all these connections, moving parts, and I also sprayed the brakes, clean the brakes, because this seems to be the one that are making the most noise. Other than that, everything looks good. 1,000 kilometers on this ATV. Now having the right tools for the oil filter replacement, so I'm gonna have to do some extra steps. I'm gonna have to take this cover off so I can have access from one side. The incompetent who tightened that oil filter, but I couldn't do it with this. It bent it. I had to use this key that I use for the sink strainers, and it took me like an hour to take that off. It was so tight, unbelievable. Now, since I removed this cover, I can tighten the drain plug right here. Drain plug, torque and specification right here, 11.8 to 14.8 pound of torque. So I can do it right here. Otherwise, you see there is a sign, paint, the plug, the paint here. These two have to match. Don't forget about the washer. Put the washer first, and that should be it. Now let's put this back on like this. And then I'll install the filter. I'm gonna need 2.2 liters. I'm gonna start with this one, 1 liter. I'm gonna put some oil in here, tighten it by hand only, as tight as I can, and then I'm gonna continue the filling from the top. Case 1000 kilometers. Only gonna check the level. The level and the filling plug. This is the filling plug. So the level has to be right below the filling plug in the front, the same in the back, right below the filling plug. So we're not gonna take the drain plug out, just the filling plug. So there's one above and one below. In the front, it's right here. It's that one. This one. You have to be again on a flat surface. Check the level. I'm gonna unscrew this basically. See the fluid right there? The level is good. Focus. And this one is for the back. It's right here. This one looks like it's below. So let's put some fluid in there. Something like that. This one was way low. I probably got like 300 milliliters of fluid in there. So you better check this more often though. Now on level, because I can tell that the fluid starts to leak through here a little bit. And I'm gonna show you a trick on a Segway. I told you about it in a previous video. So basically this is a shifter. like this, right? It's very short, like it's all the way down there, right? So when you shift, it's harder to shift because this bar is very short. You can extend it yourself by unscrewing this, right? Make it longer. Longer you make it, easier it's going to be to shift. Look, it's already easier. But I'm gonna show you the coolest thing ever. You can get one of these. It's called spacer, screw spacer. M10 by 125. It looks like this. It's actually for the ATV wheels. You basically screw it here. You have to add something in there, right, to make it tight. Well, this will give you an idea. Then you get your knob. Could use this too for the knob. This ring basically will stop the knob from shifting. Once you get that in, it's all tight. There you go. As simple as that. Oh, look, parking. 2 fingers. 2 fingers.